And we're back with a brand new episode of Bickering with Moti and Christian, Season 2, 2.0. Christian, there's no sun in here. Oh, you want to do like a whole entrance. Okay, got it.
Yes. Hi, welcome back. Welcome to my show.
Welcome back to Bickering with Christian, and just Christian, because Christian's the one that lets us bicker with him.
I'm the problematic one here.
It's you. Hi, you're the problem. It's you. That's like the new remix that's coming out.
Good. Hi. So tell me about your summer.
We're so excited to be back. It's been a little bit of a minute. We got so many messages. All of you guys have been begging us to come back. So we're finally here. Just like, bear with us as we
our busy lives.
We're so busy. It's
vacationing.
San Tropez here, Tel Aviv there. Just so crazy busy.
Well, I stayed put last year, so this was my summer, and I
had a good time.
Everywhere, yeah. We went to Ibiza, we went to the south of France, we went to Tel Aviv, to the Hamptons.
Yeah.
Not bragging, but finally, I was ready to have a crazy summer, and I did.
I follow this one Instagrammer who like makes fun of influencers. He's like an influencer that makes fun of influencers. It's so funny. His name's Hayden Cohen. Super funny, and he'll like talk about how like influencers like will just post their beautiful rich life, and they'll be like, guys, like I'm just posting like my rich life. Like I know like you guys like are poor and you can't afford it, but I just want to show it to you guys because it's so relatable and it's just the most funniest shit ever. And you just sounded like that for a quick second.
Well, everybody's in Europe. Everybody was in Europe this summer. Finally, I feel like traveling go back to normal. And like we had to spend last year, we were just traveling local. I feel, and like the past 2 years was local. I feel like now Europe is wide open, like you. And
okay, relax.
Everybody was there, and I wanted to be part of it, and we went there.
Christian went to San Tropez this year on his own. I went to Tel Aviv on my own, and then we went to Ibiza together.
He has a side piece in Tel Aviv.
I don't have a side piece in Tel Aviv, but
are you ready to start talking about our polyamorous relationship?
No,
not yet. Okay.
I don't have a side piece in Tel Aviv, but
yes,
I just want to point out because I feel like there was a lot of people that were messaging you and messaging me as well, like while we were on our own trips.
Yeah, we're no longer together.
Like, I'm
single.
Let's normalize couples going on trips together. Stop saying that because people will believe you. You're like lying. We're still together. But can we normalize that couples can travel without their partner? And
I encourage it. It's healthy
healthy. I hate that like people make it a thing like, oh, you're not with your partner? Oh, they broke up. No. Maybe like someone
needed a break.
Maybe they just...
Someone needed to have sex. So,
That's not what it is. You're so annoying.
So yeah, we're still together. We decided that actually at the beginning I wasn't sure if I wanted him to travel alone, but then it's nice to have the apartment for yourself.
Yeah, it was so nice.
Do
when
things
you were
that you
in
want to
Saint-Tropez
do
for 2 weeks, it was so lovely. I forgot what it was like living by myself, and it gave me some ideas.
Door is open, bitch. Whenever you want. So we're still together, and I encourage to. If you've been with your partner for, 10 years, why not? Take your girls out on a trip and leave your husband behind, or vice versa.
Let's normalize couples going on trips without their partners and not being penalized or being yelled at or asked questions like, are you guys still together? It's such a silly thing.
It's clear that we don't love each other as much as we did before, so that's why we're taking vacations on our own.
Okay. Anyways, let's move on to Christian's first Rosh Hashana. This year, he came to my parents' house for Rosh Hashana, which was really cute. By the way, can we point out that like I'm now an iPad girly? Do you see that? Like we've upgraded you guys. We got advertisers. No.
Well, sure.
I always was that person that hated iPads. Like I hated them. I thought that they were such a useless piece of device because I thought like, why would you have an iPad if you could just have a laptop? For the longest time. Now I have an iPad and I thought to myself, I cannot think of life without an iPad.
You're watching porn on it?
All the time.
Yeah, it's better.
It's so much better.
A little bigger than the iPhone, but it's not as annoying as the laptop.
It's perfect. Honestly, it works out perfectly.
How's the interface with Twitter there? Because that's where all the porn is there.
So Christian's first Rosh Hashana, he came to my parents' house.
So explain for the non-Jews, because believe me, not everybody's a Jew.
So for everyone that doesn't know what Rosh Hashana is, there's 365 days a year. There's 366 Jewish holidays in the year, and one of them is Rosh Hashanah,
which is like
the Jewish New Year.
The New Year. There's no fireworks.
There's no fireworks.
There's no countdown. But there is a lot of food. There's family time.
There's family time.
And if you know Jewish families, they are screaming at each other through the dinner.
Yeah.
And it was no exception.
Yeah. Christian, I feel like now knows. Christian's part of the family now because the family's now
bickering in front of me.
Bickering in front of you. Which was sweet, no? Didn't you feel like you were right in the family, with the family?
Yeah, I mean, I've been part of the Ankari for 7 years now.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like a longer Shabbat.
It is a longer Shabbat because we have like those you make those blessings of like the I don't know, a couple of things like the dipping.
There's more food if that's even possible.
I mean, there is a little bit like more specialty foods. I feel like my mom would cook a little bit more because she knows there's more people coming. My sister came from Florida. You were there.
It was my birthday night.
It was Christian's birthday.
And I thought maybe I'll eat and then we will go out. Impossible to go out after having such meal.
We were like in a food coma.
We were in a food coma. I went home in hope that I was going to feel better, take an Alka-Seltzer, and then maybe rally.
An Adderall or something.
No, impossible. You would just go home and like pass out in bed. But it was fun. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, did you enjoy it? What was your favorite part?
What was my favorite part? That the shiftas are back.
Yeah, this is like a Persian delicatessen. My parents, delicacy.
You don't even know how to pronounce that word.
Delicacy. My grandmother made it, and my mom took the tradition.
Well, for me that I don't have family in the U.S., it's always nice to be surrounded by,
family.
And
dipping the apple in the honey.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. Yeah, for sure.
Having a lot of cake. Christian got a cake for his birthday too. A nice parve cake.
Which is not as...
That's delicious.
Well, I mean, I'm missing, I love dairy.
Yeah, I know you do.
I love milk.
Well, okay. Moving on. I feel like we really rushed through our summer. Like you really didn't give everyone like your little tea. There's a lot of updates that we want to share with you guys. Actually, obviously, if you guys heard our episode of our coming out story, you guys know about.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a big update. So Moti was dating, no snaps.
Stop.
That was a big development. People were speculating all over TikTok. There's 1,000 videos saying that they are the new it couple.
Okay, can you stop right now? Okay, stop, because this is actually a serious matter and you're making fun of it. But if you guys heard our episode, you guys know that I obviously haven't come out to my parents or my mom. But in recent developments...
Do you want to tell the whole story or you just want to say
I think I'm going to tell the whole story because I feel like it's like...
Throw her under the bus!
So I did end up coming out to my mom.
You were forced.
One of the nights. I'm not going to say who, but someone did mention to my mom at a wedding or at a brit milah or at a bar mitzvah that something about me and that she should be very accepting and blah 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 whatever. And my mom said, "Of course I am, and of course I will, and whatever it is." And at that point, I think the person that told her didn't know that I and her haven't had that conversation yet. So so I saw her. I'm not going to say how I saw her, whatever who it is, because I don't want to really bring that in to the photo. But anyways, that night, I was also in Tel Aviv that time. Yes, I was in Tel Aviv. And one of the nights, that same night, because I saw her there, that same night, I was, I was a little tipsy.
Okay, you're confusing me.
I was a little tipsy that night.
Okay.
I know, sorry, this is a little confusing because I don't want to give away the name and then bring them in. Anyways, I call up my mom after dinner, and because everyone got into a car and I was by myself, and I was like, I don't know how I didn't get into a car because I ordered one, but we were a group of 10. Anyways, I was by myself, so I got into a car. I FaceTime my mom, and I basically tell her hey, I saw so and so today, and she said, oh, how was that? And I was like, oh, it was great. And just so you know, everything that she spoke to you about is obviously true. And then and then she was to me that I love you, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so. I love you forever. You're so incredible and all these amazing things, and just made me felt so warm inside.
Were you scared that she wasn't
I didn't think she was going to be accepting. I didn't think she was going to be not accepting. I thought that she was just going to, I don't know, I thought she was going to ask questions and think that.
Who's the top? Who's the bottom?
No, she wasn't going to ask those questions. I thought she was going to ask more questions how, I don't know. I thought she'll be I don't know. I think she'll be are you sure? I didn't want her to be doubtful or anything. She didn't say I feel like she wasn't trying to change my mind or anything. So I feel like that was nice.
You live in a fantasy world. She knew you were gay since you were born, basically.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you my experience with her. So I don't know what her.
I'm so happy and I'm so proud. Yeah. And wasn't it a weight lifted off your shoulders?
It was a weight lifted off of my shoulders. She's like, oh, do you want to talk to Dad? I'm like, should I tell him too? She's like, no, not now.
You need to tell him?
She said we'll tell him eventually. But anyways, that's the update.
Well, please, someone don't take the privilege of Moti being able to tell his dad, because she took it away from you. She took your power.
She did tell me the only thing that really upsetted me was that it didn't come from you.
That sucks.
That's what she told me. And I started crying. She's like, why are you crying?
Well, you already told the world on a podcast.
She's like, I'm so proud of you. But you know what? It's different. She's not listening. That's the difference. Yeah. And none of her friends are listening either. Let's just be honest.
Okay, fine. But how do you feel now? Do you feel free?
I feel free. I felt like
you're gonna have your surgery now. Wow.
Huge boulder off my shoulders. To be honest, like I feel more comfortable like posting things.
Like hugging me and kissing me?
Yeah, exactly. Like I posted us in Ibiza, like you kissing me or something. Like I didn't.
Isn't it that confusing for like people that think that you and Noah are a thing?
Okay, let's just like clear that up. There's nothing going on with me and Noah. Like we're just friends. That's it. Like, can you also like let that go?
No, I will never let that go.
That's just like silly. Obviously, that's just like internet trolls.
But good. I'm happy for you. Welcome to the club. Now you're free to do whatever you want without giving a flying fuck. No, that you haven't before. But I know how difficult it is to come out to your parents. It is
a little difficult.
We're good, but now you still have to come out to your dad.
I don't think I'm ever going to come out to my dad, to be honest.
No, I never come out to mine, and it worked out for fine.
Okay, so now let's move on to our next topic because we have so much to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
The Delta thing. Oh my God, that like really pissed me off.
So we continue travel.
I know, like we continue traveling, we continue getting status. The first thing that I told Christian when we met, like maybe like one of the first things, what did I tell you?
That I need to be loyal to Delta.
I told him that. Like, if we want this,
you need status on Delta. I won't date you.
I mean, in other words,
it's a deal breaker.
That's what
either
I said.
You get a gold medallion at least, or this is over.
Diamond medallion at least.
Yeah, well,
platinum medallion at least. But now that they're like fucking up the whole system and making it even more difficult for us to get it, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, because we don't want everybody there in the lounges, Moti. That is absolutely fine.
I know, but you know what?
We don't want their kind there.
Okay, that's kind of annoying, but also like to get medallion status, like platinum or even diamond.
You need to drop some serious cash.
Yeah, it's like based on that now, which is like it's like the MQDs and not the
well, did you do the homework and do you know how much money you had to spend a year to get at least gold?
It's 35,000. Oh, gold no. Platinum I think was 35,000. Or was it diamond that was 35,000?
Those are 2-3 for you to Tel Aviv.
It was rich. One of them. That's not true. It's not $35,000 to fly. It's like 5. But how many times am I flying there? First business class.
Okay, what will be the pros and the cons of this change? What do you think?
I mean, there's only cons to this, to be honest.
Well, there's cons for the people that are not spending enough money. I never go to those lounges. I just do it now that I'm hanging out with you because I just get a Shake Shack and go to my gate and sit there.
Yeah, well, not everyone will be able to get into the lounges now. Like
you have like a 6 passes a year.
And now they're limiting your like visits. Like I think it's to 10. You're only allowed to visit.
But depending on your diamond medallion, so you should be fine. What are you talking about?
I think even diamond medallion doesn't get that many. I was reading.
How
I think
come to be diamond you need to spend like $100,000 on?
I don't think it's $100,000. You're confusing everyone, Christian. I think it's still. Hold on, let me see.
This is a fun show. Do not believe everything we say here.
Let me see. Well, whatever it is, I'm just annoyed about it. But we're excited. We're gonna have Well,
so are you thinking maybe we should explore some other options?
Yeah, I know. Like I feel like we need to find out. Like we need to just like see what. I bet American and United still suck. So like we're probably gonna still stick with.
I mean,
Delta.
Every airline sucks if you're flying coach. If you're flying business or first class, probably there is perks for it. And it's a night. Those are new planes. What are you talking about? It's not.
I remember seeing this on the Points Guys page, and then I wrote like, okay, where are we going next, United or American? And I got a slew of comments, like a ton, following, but saying like neither, or like, or people that hated American were like bashing American. People that hated United were bashing United. So like, it just felt like. Okay, what do we do? Do we just sit in this?
I think people is panicking.
I want to cancel my credit card. That's one. Because I only have that credit card for this purpose.
You know, I get 15% off when I book my trip with it. So it's
50% off of the miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you book online with your miles, you get 15% off. Yeah.
I mean, the planes are better, the stuff is better.
I agree.
So if you have to pay a little more, you have to pay a little more. What are you gonna do?
Everything is so expensive. Even though we're fucking pissed about it.
Everything is more expensive now, inflation. So why wouldn't airlines do a little something to readjust or adjust? I feel right. I don't know. I'm mad about it, but I'm not mad about it.
I have hold on, wait. I saw this great article today. Yeah,
Wait,
I mean, I'm mad about it too. But anyways, we're gonna figure out.
Are you gonna continue being loyal to Delta or not?
I am gonna continue being loyal to Delta. I'm gonna try it out
So
for
you're
one
just
more
bitching
year.
about nothing.
I'm just bitching about it because I'm mad. I'm bickering about it.
Okay, good.
Wait, I saw this incredible headline last week that Grindr loses nearly half of its staff to strict return to work due. So 45% of their staff has resigned because
they have to go back to work.
They are forcing people to go back into the office. I mean, like, okay, welcome to going back to the office. Welcome to working before the pandemic, pre-COVID. Yeah. Like, I don't understand why that. I get it. Like, people are probably like feeling mad that they have to go back to the office, but what they should have done was probably done like a 50-50. 80 of the 178 employees have quit.
Well, good riddance.
That's crazy.
I feel like I would be more productive going back.
So if anyone's looking for a job, they're hiring.
Well, I mean, I'm a friendly user. I don't work for them.
I know. Well, I thought that was like kind of insane that 80 people, they're probably like trying to like boycott it.
No, like, because we all have friends that work from home, and I see them having coffee at 3 p.m. somewhere. I see them like going on trips and like working from their phones. And I know things have changed, and you can still, but you're using company's time, to actually enjoy yourself. And if I were a boss, I wouldn't want that. I know people say, "Oh, if you're productive, you deliver." Sure, you're a happier employee because you have more free time. But you know, if you're at the office, maybe I could find something else for you to do.
Right, but you know what? That shouldn't be the case. Like if my job is to do XYZ and I do it XYZ within an hour,
you're getting paid for the full day.
I know,
and I can keep track of you.
Some people are quicker workers than others and more efficient.
Yeah, well, I am pro go back to the office. I feel you're more productive. I keep an eye on you.
I'm very versed in that. I'm like, I kind of see both sides. Like I think like they should let. You know,
you don't have employees. I'm pretty sure if you had employees, you will be on top of them.
I know, but like it depends.
Like you are on top of me all the time.
If you were
doing the dishes, are you like cleaning this, pick up after fix, blah blah blah. So I'm pretty sure you.
Well, I'm trying to get you like to get it going because you like to.
So you have it in you.
I think if they introduced some kind of like a few days in the office and a few days working from home would have been a nice.
Yeah, well, that was a transition period that many offices were having.
Yeah.
In the past year. And I heard some people weren't happy about it, but what you gonna do?
I mean, let me tell you something. When I worked in the office, I was in the office every fucking day. So like, pre-COVID times, like it's pre-COVID times.
And it's not that bad.
It's post-COVID times.
I do feel like some companies maybe could allow themselves to have the luxury of having their employees at home so they don't have to pay rent for a big office, right?
That's a good idea too. Like if the office...
Less commuting, less carbon footprint, people staying at home instead of traveling.
Office. Yeah, get a smaller showroom.
Yeah, but my feeling here is that they knew their employees were slacking. They're probably using the app to bring boys over.
Instead of actually developing the app.
So bring them back home. Have the orgy at the office. Do not do a solo show at home.
I think people could look at it this way, that we had 2 amazing years of working from home and now it's time to go back to the office. Like, it's okay.
I've been working from home for 10 years and I'm ready to go back to the office. So I'm looking for a job. If anyone wants to hire me, I'm a great creative director for any company. He has
great health benefits because his partner needs them.
You shit. Sure. Okay. What's next? What caught your eye this week?
Our next moment is we asked a couple of questions.
We're jumping on that right now?
Yeah, that was it. That was our episode, guys. No, I'm kidding. We also asked a couple of questions. I have a ton. We asked a couple of questions, Q&As. Usually if you guys have any questions, you could DM us at Bickering Podcast.
And it's been the most popular segment in our podcast, so we're gonna
we went super viral. Okay, we got 1.5 million views. We're so popular. People are stopping us on the street asking for photos because they
did that before the podcast.
True. You know what? That is valid, but even more so now. Christian, let me have my moment. So we asked a couple questions. If you guys ever have any questions, advice, any questions for us, you guys could obviously DM us or send it to Bickering Podcast. We'll select a couple and we usually ask them like the first of each month. We usually change the user-generated segment each episode. So we'll see what the next one is. We still haven't figured that out.
Okay, should make it a question.
Okay, our first question is, sorry, Christian. Why are your sunglasses on?
Because I had a night.
First question: why are your sunglasses on?
I don't know.
Okay, put them back on. Okay, what are your deal breakers for a relationship?
What are my deal breakers for a relationship? People that try to boss me around all the time. People that feel superior. People that
No, what are like some things like the person? What qualities, characteristics, qualities does a person need to have
or not have? Or no, a deal. You know what a deal breaker is, right?
Right.
When you do something that the other person won't allow.
Or like if the person is, I don't know.
You know
if
what?
the person is just like XYZ, then that's a deal breaker. If the person is short, that's a deal breaker. That's
no, but
it's not what they
actually.
It's not an action. It could be an action, but it also could be just like a physical appearance or a characteristic.
Would you be?
If the person treats wait staff like shit, that's a deal breaker. Like that, that's a deal breaker.
I think you can work through it.
What are your deal breakers?
You know what? It's been 7 years with you, and I put up with a lot of shit. So I feel like I don't have a deal breaker because you've done a lot of things.
Like what?
Like what? Like going on vacation alone.
We just said that it's healthy. You just promoted that it was healthy.
Abandon me.
Okay.
And not sending. Well, you know what? But I'm still with you, so that's clearly not a deal breaker.
Right.
I just don't like lies, and when people like make me feel stupid. And I told you that many times. So if you will be cheating on me behind my back for a long period of time, that will be a deal breaker for me.
Got it.
Not like
so like a short period of time is okay.
Yeah, like if you hook up with a guy 2 or 3 times, fine. No problem. But if you have a parallel relationship, like that kind of infidelity, I won't be able to.
Well, you'd probably be at that point out of the picture. If I had a long, like.
You'll be surprised how many of us have like parallel relationships.
Interesting.
No, that I'm doing it right now.
Not that.
But I had that.
Someone's
situation.
projecting it. Okay, well, interesting. For me, like my deal breakers are, as I've been in a relationship for 7 long years now, and for me, like I feel like as I've been in a relationship, I've learned what type of partner I want. So thank you so much, Christian, for teaching me things that I want.
I tried to work out with you yesterday, and here you are.
Someone that's definitely organized is a huge.
He doesn't really care. It's been 7 years of chaos in our apartment. He's still with me.
Huge deal breaker for me. I need them to be super organized. And what else? Someone that's very ambitious. And like someone that's like a go-getter. I don't love the hustle.
That is not a deal breaker. A deal breaker is when you do something, when the person acts in a certain way, and then you have to end the relationship.
That's not necessarily a deal breaker. If I say, oh, hey, this guy's perfect, but he's short, is that a deal breaker?
I don't think that's a deal breaker. Deal breaker for me are more like
action
if he's
items?
A liar, if he's broke, if he hates his family. You know.
He can't be broke. So
I'm all of those things. You're good. You're very flexible with your, a deal breaker for me will be like if you were in another relationship with another person. I wouldn't tolerate you having a side piece.
Well, too late. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Hi, Noah.
Oh my God, we're stuck on that.
Okay.
Hi, Kobe.
Hi, Kobe.
Okay. Moving on to our next question. That was like the worst day.
Yeah, that was so bad.
We're not getting into that right now because it's annoying. Okay, your current celebrity crush. Don't take mine.
Hey, we can agree the same guy.
Okay.
The guy from the blue, red, and
Royal Blue Pains or whatever it is.
Whatever his name is. What's his name?
Taylor Zacharia.
Whatever.
He has like a Jewish middle name, Perez.
Isn't he Latin?
He's Latin, but like Zakaria is like a Jewish last name. It's a Jewish name.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure that's his name.
You watched that movie. What do you think about that movie? I know it's not current anymore, but
I loved it. I think it was
such a
that was like the best movie that we saw together. What was it? It was Royal Blue and Paint. What was it?
Yeah. So yeah, we agree. He's our current celebrity crush.
Let me see.
Not for a threesome.
Oh, red, white, and royal blue. Red, white, and royal blue. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And it was based on a novel by.
They said the novel was better.
Oh yeah, everyone said that too.
But he's very good looking. He's like if you.
I feel like
you have a lot of him, like the same color of.
Someone messaged me and sent me a photo of him saying he said you remind me of him. I'm like, what part?
It would be like a Pokemon evolution. Like the next one will be him.
Right. Like I'm like what's it called? I'm like
the one that is not fully formed yet.
Like I'm like Bulbasaur and he's like the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's Charizard's little one? The little one.
You think I know?
Like there's the little red one and then there's Charizard.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I'd be the little one. He'd be my Charizard.
So what's his name now?
His name is Taylor. I said Taylor. I'm pretty sure it's Taylor Zakaria. Zakaria. Perez.
Good. Okay.
I'm like saying it like a Jewish.
Well, I'll keep the blonde. You keep the other one. That works for you?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Zachar Perez. Zachar.
I think half our audience will agree that he's a new crush. He
is. I mean, like we kind of like look alike.
If I squint, keep my sunglasses on.
If you keep your glasses on, then close your eyes.
And I'm dreaming.
You kind of look like twins.
I mean,
okay.
I wish.
Next question. You wish? Okay, good to know. I saw you both at Bridget's wedding. It looked magical. How was it?
Are we allowed to talk about it? Because we signed an NDA.
We didn't sign an NDA, but we were asked like not to talk about it. It was August 18th, August 17th.
Yeah, already
August 19th. It was
everything.
August 19th, and then we weren't allowed to talk about it until September 5th. We were allowed to talk about it, but we weren't allowed to post which is fine. I completely understand that.
I was the entertainment at the end of the wedding.
Wait, first of all, we are so happy for. By the way, first of all, I saw you both at Bridget's wedding. It's Bridget and Mike's wedding. It's both of their weddings, not just one. And it was so magical because we've been friends with them for so many years, and we've seen their relationship blossom and all of their incredible, beautiful things happening to them, and we love them.
We love them.
So we were really happy to be there. We were actually supposed to fly out to Ibiza a day before. We moved our flight
just to be there.
on.
Are you hearing Mike and Bridget?
Yeah, Bridget and Mike. I hope you guys know that Christian the entertainer was able to come to the event only because he pushed his flight. But we had a magical time. It was my first Christian wedding. I've never been to a Christian wedding before.
Yeah, they had a very interesting
It was what kind of Christian you said?
I don't know.
Oh,
it was a Christian wedding, but I think it's more like
a modern
evangelic.
Christian. Yeah, more on the modern side. I feel like everyone's like, oh my God, you went to a Christian wedding or a Jewish wedding. There's so many similarities.
Of course, with the love between the couple,
or just even the same, the rabbi, the priest, they say kind of the same things, just not the same words.
But Roman Catholic weddings are not completely different. They are very similar, but the way that they officiate is a little more ceremonial, I feel. Okay. And this is a little more, I like how there's so much energy and the audience participates. And when you're sending your good wishes, the prayer situation and the music, those women singing, that was beautiful.
Yeah. I thought that was beautiful. That chorus, it was a beautiful chorus. I thought that was magical.
But I love also how her wedding took place in 3 different places.
Oh, it was in 3 different locations. We first started at this venue next to Rockefeller. It was a rooftop. Gorgeous. And then that was where the ceremony was. Then we took a double-decker bus. My first time on a double-decker bus in New York City, where we basically drove up to the plaza, and then the wedding, I guess the dinner and the cocktail hour was there, and then from there the after party was back at the first location, and it was completely changed.
And we went on those little bikes.
Oh my God, we went on those little bikes in New York City. They were so much nicer though. They were nicer than those New York City bikes that they usually roll around.
The one that you sit on the back and the guy is biking in front of you.
Everyone was lit up, all neon lights, and there was
music blasting.
And they were crazy. They were flipping and turning and twirling, and I was like, okay, we're dying. For sure.
No, it was. I had so much fun.
I had such a great time. I'm so happy I moved my flight, so that was worth it.
Yeah.
And also just one more thing, Christian did
end up without his shirt on.
Every one of the groomsmen to take off their shirts. So it was basically an episode of Magic Mike, and it was. Yes. It was so funny.
Hey, Bridget took off my shirt first, and then I started encouraging the rest of the groomsmen to take off their shirts.
You were taking your shirt off, and then
I wasn't taking my shirt off. She asked me to take my shirt off.
You thought you were at the Eagle, and you took your shirt off. That's what you thought. And I was like, this is not the place, Christian. The Eagle is a couple blocks away. If you'd like to go, you go right after.
Get the people what they wanted. And we had so much fun.
You unbuttoned your shirt, and then Bridget came and then just took it off. But you were planning on taking it off. I saw it in your eyes.
It was a really hot summer night, and we were wearing a bow tie. It was hot, and a jacket. I took off my jacket. I lost my jacket. I think it's still there at the hotel.
I need to go get it. They said they actually texted to go pick it up.
I'm gonna go pick it up, and then I unbuttoned my shirt a little bit, and then Bridget
Giorgio Armani suit.
Yeah. And Bridget took the opportunity to like undress me. But anyway, that was so much fun.
It was so much fun. We were so happy to spend it that special day with Bridget.
Our wedding should be something like that.
Yeah, eventually. That looked like a big budget wedding.
I know. We can get everything sponsored. Don't worry.
Okay, I heard your open relationship episode and I want to be in one, but my boyfriend doesn't. What do I do, or how do I gently move towards that?
You break up with him and find a man that wants to be in an open relationship.
Okay, well, that's not really good advice. Again, Christian gives the worst advice. But, I feel like I also get these DMs sometimes from friends, like people that are like, that I know personally, and they always like ask these questions. But I think
whenever you're ready first.
Every relationship
you can't
is
force
different.
anyone to open a relationship.
Every relationship is different. I think you have to respect your partner. If you love your partner, you have to respect your partner. But I will say,
it's more fun if it is open.
I will say that there's ways to work towards it. If like perhaps
get him drunk, take him to the gay bar.
Can you wait 1 second? Let me like finish my statement because like shut up. And I think you need to like let's say if you've ever had threesomes, like you could like welcome a third and like do things together in order to work towards that.
Because it's not clear here if they have had threesomes, so
yeah,
we don't know.
Clear. So like it depends on the relationship, and I think like
it sounds like they are not. The other one is not ready yet.
You need an excellent foundation for you guys to move forward into this, because if there's like a little bit of jealousy or a little bit of miscommunication or hesitant, it won't end well.
I mean,
it will end with someone shouting at someone on the Ibiza beach, shouting and yelling and running out of the highway.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay, one thing I'm going to tell, if they are both listening, if your partner is actually asking you to open the relationship, I feel like he loves you or he still wants to be with you, because it's easier to just like,
adjust. Yeah.
End the relationship or cheat behind your back. And the fact that he's actually encouraging you or actually inviting you to, should we open the relationship? That for me speaks volumes about how much he loves you or he still wants to be with you.
Right.
So I wouldn't take it in the wrong way. Maybe you're not ready. But whenever you are, right?
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. You should try it.
Yeah.
I mean if
it works, it works. Like also you can.
But if you're a jealous person and you think you're gonna go crazy, then don't do it. Because I've seen many couples end their relationship over these things. So you have to walk that fine line. But if we're gonna go back to the question, first listen to our podcast because we talked about it already.
Yeah.
And second, try little things first.
Send him our podcast episode. Actually, the person that asked me is like, "Hey, I sent my partner the open relationship episode just for him to hear it." And he wanted to get his thoughts. Actually, he didn't like follow up with that. Like I didn't.
He got the hint.
No, but I feel like it is a way to like hint it out, like saying like, "Oh,
maybe, you know what? I will find out if because we agree that we find attractive other people, right?
Right.
So you need to find out who your boyfriend thinks is hot.
Yeah.
Right. Or try to find someone that is open to come to bed with you two that looks like that guy.
Right.
So go on, like let's just do drinks here somewhere, and then that maybe he will like. I will try. That's a trap, but it might work. So if he does it, if you successfully, no, but open the relationship is go fuck around with the other person.
Right.
It's not having a threesome.
I think it's just right. That's what he wants.
Okay, no, you're fucked. If he doesn't want you, you have to cheat on him. That's it.
You need to build. No, you don't. You need to build your foundation first.
And keep yourself happy. If you have to go do your business with someone else, go do it.
But hey, if it's a deal breaker, you see, this is a deal breaker. If he doesn't want to be in a relationship, that's a deal breaker. Then you dump him. But that's like basically.
You all know very well from my previous clip that go do it before they do it to you.
They're not going to do it to you. That's how you think about everything, by the way. You're crazy. Okay, the last question is, I don't know why you want me to ask this.
That last question?
There's one last question.
Okay, so ask.
Because I know you want...
No, but everybody, it's like you guys are like, I don't want to shame anybody here, but this question keeps popping up, and we have to talk about it over and over.
I was just about to say that. I was like, why are we having this question? Christian added this question here because
but I have an angle now for that answer.
Like, are you a top or a bottom? I hate that fucking question because I get it like every time I do a Q&A on my Insta stories, there's 6 of them.
First of all, it's clear the Moti is the bottom. So stop asking that question. And second, I was just watching the new season of Just Like That, and that Anthony and the Italian guy were having trouble over like, oh, I'm only a top and I'm only a bottom, and then he's trying to. The Italian kid is telling him like, no, I'm fluid, I'm versatile, like. Things don't work like that anymore. I feel like the new generations are more fluid when it comes to sexuality. But back in the 90s, where I didn't grow up in the 90s, but I'm from the 90s, and things were more defined, like either your top or your bottom.
How was it in the 70s, though?
The 70s, everybody was fucking everybody. But I feel like top or bottom is a thing from the 90s, from early 2000. But I feel we have evolved and sex have changed so much.
We're in the verse era.
So I think asking your top, your bottom, what the fuck is that? Like, we do you like each other? And then you explore. And I feel like sometimes you go to bed with someone and you don't really ask that question, but
it's about
the body language.
Chemistry, body language, it depends on energy. That's what it really depends on.
So I think you sound like a boomer when you're asking, are you top or a bottom? What the fuck is that? I'm more like, how big is your dick? Or how, something more concrete than just asking for those things. I feel like it's something, it jumps in the eye, like, I'm the top, obviously. Here's the bottom. You don't have to ask those questions.
That's like not true. That's definitely not true.
No, that is not true. And if we need to put an end to this question, but I'm pretty sure if we ask again next week, they're going to ask again.
Yeah.
Like, no, we are.
Question all the time. Even like.
There's a sexual fluidity here, like, whatever feels right, we do. And that's how it should be with everybody.
Right. I think that's a good answer.
That answers your question, bitch?
Okay, great. And that was
we navigated very well.
Okay, well, that's basically the end of our questions.
Oh.
And the end of our episode. I hope you're happy, Christian.
Next time I'm gonna bring wine.
Oh, you want to bring wine so we can like get turned at 1:30?
Yeah, that's why we need to start booking this episode a little later, so we can start a happy hour like at 5 p.m.
So, anyways,
by the way, we're gonna start having guests. We have 3 names already lined up, people that you like.
Okay, well, that's like the surprise, Christian.
No, but I want to create a little anticipation. We're gonna have some guests coming up in the coming weeks. People from the industry here in New York City, people that we like, media,
people that we love,
and they're gonna bring something different to the table.
Yeah, because I can't listen to your Christian.
And I can listen to Moti all the time. So,
anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are following us on Instagram, or if you're not following us on Instagram, you better. It's at Bickering Podcast, at Moti Ankari, at Christian Bendek. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We're on YouTube as well. Follow us on there too. What else are we on? We're on all of it, actually.
We're on Ozempic also.
We're not on Ozempic, but yeah, that's basically it. We'll see you guys next week.
Mwah!